Everybody has their own take on how to make an omelet. But if you ever want to know how to make the perfect omelet, you have to ask a country boy or a country girl. The reason we know how to do these is because we grew up on them. My mama, I made them. I even think my dad might have made me an omelet once or twice when I was growing up. But anyway, if you want to know how to make the perfect omelet, you go to a country boy. You don't go to some sous chef up in New York City or in Los Angeles. You want to make an omelet, come to South Carolina, come to Georgia, come to Alabama, come to Tennessee, come to Virginia, come to North Carolina, and go to the country. Find the most rundown shack you can find out in the middle of nowhere next to a railroad track in the middle of a cornfield, and go ask that person, whoever lives there, how to make the perfect omelet, and they'll know how to make it. Now, you only need a few ingredients. You don't need much. You don't need much at all. You gotta have your spatula. This is my go-to spatula. You gotta have your 10-inch pan. Now, you can do it in a bigger pan. You can even do it in a smaller pan. But I think that the 10-inch omelet is the perfect size omelet. And you'll see why once I cook it. You're going to need 3 eggs. Don't give me that little pity, I don't eat 3 eggs at a time. Well, don't get 2 eggs and do it, wussy. Go and get that 3rd egg. Go on. Go get it. Pause video, go get the 3rd one. I know you done got 2 eggs. Nah, I'm showing you how to do the perfect omelet. You don't do the perfect omelet with 2 eggs. And then you're going to need some cheese. Now, my go-to cheese is Colby Jack. I love Colby Jack. You go to whatever cheese you want to. Cheddar. I don't even know people who put mozzarella in their omelet. You're going to need a bowl. Now, the only reason you need this bowl is for whisking. Now, there ain't no such thing as whisking in my house. It's called whisking. And you use a fork. You don't use a whisker. Whisker. Is that what it's called? A whisking tool? Or whisker? I don't know. And you're going to need some ham. This is good old chunky chopped up ham. Good old smoky num-nums. And yeah, so, I forgot one of the most important ingredients. You gotta have some country crock, though. Don't get that old stick butter. Get this old churn style country crock. Makes it taste fine, fine. Alright. So what you want to do is you want to take if you got this kind of stove, make sure you put a 10-inch pan on the 10-inch or whatever it is, 12-inch eye. Okay? And you are going to want to put it on about a level 3.5 maybe. And you want to let that heat up. You want to let it get completely hot until won't get any hotter. So leave it about 3.5 maybe. 4 if you're feeling adventurous, but don't go above 4 on your dial, because you don't want to burn the omelet and you don't want to cook it too fast. The key to the good omelet is you cook it at a medium to slow speed. You don't want to say, oh, I'm in a hurry, I got to make my breakfast quick. Well, if you're going to do that, just fry your couple of eggs, eat and go. But if you're going to make an omelet, you want to make love to it. You want to caress it. You want to touch it with a soft hand. You don't want to be this, I got to go, I'm going to cook my food. No, you'll burn it. You'll burn it and the inside won't cook, and you'll have a very gooey and drippy omelet. I'm going to make you omelet where it's not gooey or drippy. So yeah, so here we go. I got my eye heating up. Now this is what I got to do. I have to whisk my eggs. And this is how I do that. You just need a normal fork. Just a old normal fork. And I don't care y'all in there talking about, well, where's your milk at? You got to put milk in the omelet to make it fluffy. You ever watch Waffle House put the damn milk in the damn egg? They don't. They whisk it. Watch them next time you go to the Awful Waffle. Watch how they make their eggs so fluffy. Now, they have a machine. They put the eggs in this container, and then they put the container up to this, like this immersion blender thing, and they turn it on, and it whisks it. Well, we're going to mimic that, but with our hand and a fork, okay? I do have an immersion blender, but I'm not going to use it here, because I don't like an omelet that's going to fly away. I like mine to be a little bit stiff, but a little bit fluffy. That's the perfect omelet. So here we go. I'm going to crack an egg. I can't do that one-handed shit. Y'all can do that one-handed shit. Y'all go ahead and do it. I can't do that one-handed shit. Crack the eggs, put them in the bowl. Y'all make sure you throw your eggshells away when you're done. Don't leave them sitting out. All right. Now we got 3 pretty little eggs in there, and you want to just start on the yolks, and you just want to twist and turn, twist and turn, twist and turn, twist and turn, and then you want to beat it. You want to bring the fork up and down while you're doing this like that, and you want to do it as fast as you can. And what this is going to do, this is going to break up them yolks, and it's going to mix them yolks with that white. It's going to put air bubbles all in your egg here. And you want to do this for a minute or 2. I mean, this ain't quick. You want to do it rapidly, and you want to make sure you're getting, you're slapping it. Here, slapping that egg, and let's get that air down in them eggs. That's right. You keep doing this until when you look at it, you see the bubbles in there. You see them bubbles? Yeah. When you see bubbles, you think you got enough. Do it again, because you don't got enough. I'm gonna tell you that now. Whisk and whisk and whisk and whisk and keep doing it. Keep doing it. Let's give you a little workout. You gotta burn some of these calories before you ingest these calories. That's right. Whew. This is getting hard. Whew. Okay. Now that I've been doing that for, I don't know, about a minute or so, look at all them bubbles in there. See them bubbles? Look at that. Look at the bubbles. Okay, that's very important. The whole top of the egg needs to be covered in big, medium, and little bubbles all the way to the top. Okay, set that aside. And the bubbles ain't going nowhere. Oop. The bubbles are gonna be there in a minute. They ain't going nowhere. Well, that's not gonna work. All right, let's put that right there. Now I'm gonna put my hand over here, see if it's hot enough. Not quite. Now the cheese, okay? It's just one little 1/8 of an inch slice off a cheese block. That's all. And I'm going to cut this block or this little slice into little smaller slices like that. Little rectangulars. And that's what you'll have when you cut it into little rectangulars. Okay? That's how you want your cheese. And remember, your ham can either be chunked like these, or you can slice them, or you can even get you the old cheap smoked ham out of the Walmart deli section, where you just kind of pull it apart and throw it on your omelet. Either way, I like to get mine cooked and chunked, and I like to have them squares. It makes a nice hearty omelet. And I think that this might be hot enough now. And you want to take your Kunkel crock, and don't be shy. Don't get no damn butter knife. Don't do that. Use your spatula. Just feel adventurous. It's clean. Just get on in there and get you a nice little slug. That's what I call a slug of butter. Throw that on there. You hear that sizzling? Oh, that's a perfect heat. Hear that sizzling? I don't know if you can hear that or not, but you can probably see it on the camera. It's just sizzling right there. You see this? How'd that go again, Jason? It goes. Wait for that butter to melt completely, and keep circling it around the pan. You want the pan to be completely lubricated all the way to where the pan curves right here, because your omelet's going to kind of ride up on there a little bit. You don't want it to stick to this pan at all. And I'm using stoneware, y'all, if you didn't notice it. Stoneware, I like stoneware because it gets a good even heat. Any stainless steel will work too. Copper bottom stainless steel is very good. If you use a non-stick spray, or if you use some kind of non-stick element. Butter is not a non-stick element. Stone, I don't have to worry about my egg sticking to the stone with the butter in it. You can use a cast iron skillet, but you have to know how to use a cast iron skillet. And I will show you how to use a cast iron skillet in another video. All right, so now we got the butter melted. We got our nice aerated egg. And you want to pour it slow. Watch how I pour this, y'all. So y'all see that? Let me go over here. You want to pour it slow like this. And you want to go around like that with it. Make it evenly poured. You'll notice some people try to pour it in the middle and just pour it in one big gulp. Nope, I like to do this because while you're doing this, that egg's actually cooking already. And get it all in there. Real slow. Don't be real fast with it. Real slow. Okay. And once you get that in there, Eggs all gone. Set that aside. And you want to keep an eye on it for a minute. And when you start seeing, you see these little clear pockets, you see, kind of look, you can almost see through them. Once all them little clear pockets get to where they're not so clear anymore, you're gonna put your ham and your cheese on one side of the omelet. Now imagine this is in half, and you're gonna be folding this over. So you want to put cheese and ham on one half of the omelet. Okay. I'm gonna go throw this stuff away while I'm waiting on that egg to cook a little bit. All right, now you see these little clear spots are starting to fill in. Now, if you got your omelet on here and you start seeing it bubbling, you're not boiling, you need to turn your heat down a little bit. You got it too high. Now, what we're gonna do is what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the bottom of the omelet to stiffen up a little bit, and I'm going to place my cheese and my ham on one side. And I think it's ready for the cheese and ham. Now, I usually go to cheese first, and then I just kind of drop it on there, one half of the omelet. Kind of keep it toward the middle. Don't go all the way to the edge, because you're going to notice that whenever you flip this or fold this over, that this cheese is going to try to run out of there. Okay, and that's all right. That's okay. That's normal. Once you get your cheese on there, go ahead and put some chunks of ham in there. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't salt or pepper my eggs. I used to use a lot of salt, but I don't use, every now and then I use salt, pepper, but I don't put any salt at all. The ham's got salt in it, so it's going to be plenty salty enough, believe me. All right, now I got my egg, or my cheese, and I got my ham in there. And what I want to do is I want to check this edge right here, and I want to take this spatula, and I just kind of want to go around the edge and see to make sure it's cooking, and it is. It's doing a great job. This one right here is almost ready to flip over there, or fold over there, folks. Almost ready, not quite. It's getting there. Don't really have a time limit on when to flip it. You just have to kind of get a feel for it, and you'll see that it's stiffened up. You can take your spatula and lightly graze it across the top, and you'll see down there. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but you see where I'm spreading that. See the edge cooking underneath that wet. It's getting a little bit dry on the bottom. That's all right. That's the way it's supposed to be. And then you want to take the spatula and kind of ease it under. Just ease it real easy, because if you don't do it easy, you'll rip the egg. You don't want to rip the egg, because it makes it almost impossible to fold it over if you rip it over here. And once you think it's stiff enough from the bottom up, which this was almost done, I'm almost ready to flip it. And you can see now that cheese is starting to melt in there, and yeah, buddy, yeah. I'm actually making this omelet for my wife. I'm not making myself one. She's working in the back office, and I'm actually making her some breakfast. I'm going to surprise her with this. So once you think it's toughened or stiff enough, get under there and wiggle it and kind of shake it. See how I get under there? Get that spatula all the way under there, and then just roll it over. Like, boom. Look at that, folks. Oh my goodness. Now you're going to see the egg white and the cheese and all that starting to ooze out, and that's okay. Take your spatula and tuck it up. Get it up here. Tuck it. I call it tucking. We tuck it up. Remember I said the 10-inch pan is perfect. Look how that thing fits in our half moon. That's perfect, right? The size of the pan. Now what you want to do, you see it still, now it stopped oozing. Once it stops oozing, that's a good sign. That means you're getting a good cook. It's cooking evenly. Here, sizzling. A little bit of sizzle, not much. If it's, like I said earlier, if you got too much sizzle, or if your eggs boiling, you're cooking it too hot. All right, and you want to keep that on that side for a minute or two. And I do slowly. I just pat it. Kind of helps get a little bit more of the heat going up from underneath. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but if you do that, you can see it jiggling. If it's jiggling, that means that it's not cooked all the way on the inside. And once you think you've got enough cook on one side, you want to get it and flip it completely over. Now you might make a mess like I did. I just slung some egg over there. That's okay. We got to clean up after we cook anyway, right? So yeah. But if you notice, look at that. Oh my gosh. There's no more jiggle on this side. See, there's no more jiggle at all on the inside. So this side is cooked. The other side is almost done. Go get me a plate. That's right. You don't need no big dinner plates. A little 10-inch plate, a little saucer plate. And what I do is I flip it one more time, and that will tell you how stiff. Ooh, look at that. See, now it's stiff. Once it becomes stiff, get it off the eye, because you want to have a little bit of moisture left on the inside of the omelet. Okay, and you just slide that on the plate. Look at there. Look at that. That, folks, is how you cook the perfect omelet. If you like this video and you'd like to see more videos like this one where I can show you how to make the perfect whatever, like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what kind of food you want to cook. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn your eye off. You don't want to go 5 minutes from now and get your hand all burned up. And yeah, just hit the notification bell too, so you know when I upload. But yeah, folks, I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoy your perfect omelet.